The players were trapped inside a bathroom as the water level kept rising higher and higher, but drowning wasn't their biggest problem. Live electrical wires were hanging from the ceiling, and the moment the water touched them, everyone would be electrocuted. Just when panic began to spread, a new game appeared. The players had to determine which of 3 switches, A, B, or C, controlled a single light bulb. The rules sounded simple. Only one switch could turn on the bulb, and they were allowed just one chance to leave the door open while testing it. Once the door was closed, they could turn any switch on or off as many times as they wanted. One player immediately came up with a plan. He suggested turning on switch A while keeping the door open. If the bulb lit up, they would have the answer, but if it didn't, they would be forced to guess between the remaining switches. The idea seemed reasonable, but Jack wasn't convinced. As the water continued rising around them, Jack carefully thought through the problem. Then he came up with a completely different strategy. First, close the door. He turned on switch A and left it on for several minutes. Then he switched it off, and after waiting for a while, he finally opened the door again and asked another player to check a bulb. Everyone expected the bulb to be dark, but Jack wasn't looking for light. He was looking for heat. The player touched the bulb and immediately realized it was still warm. At that moment, Jack solved the entire puzzle. Even though the bulb was off, it had been on long enough to heat up. That meant switch A had controlled it all along. The room fell silent. With only seconds remaining before the rising water reached the electrical wires, the team submitted the answer. Moments later, the game announced that they were correct. Thanks to Jack's clever thinking, everyone survived and escaped the deadly challenge. But what about you? Would you have figured out the answer before time ran out, or would you have guessed? Let me know in the comments.